episode 84. I hope you are very well this week. And this week we are going on a special adventure because I'm going to take you to Wiltshire, where I've been rehearsing down in Keyville with Paul Hutchinson. So yeah, come on. Okay, hey, so I'm here in Keyville with Paul Hutchinson. Hi, Paul.
Hi there.
Thank you for coming on Folk from the Boat.
Oh, pleasure.
And thank you for taking.
I'm sorry, we're not on a boat
today. Yeah, we're not. No,
Yeah.
That's the first
Folk
time
in a
for
field.
us. Folk in a field, and it's your field as well,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, it's just full of wildlife as well. So it's very exciting.
Yeah.
So you play accordion.
Yes.
And I wanted to briefly ask you about your accordion. So your accordion, you've got some Hurdy-inspired tuning in it, haven't you?
I have. I surgically had my sevenths removed, one of my rows removed and replaced with fifths. So it's got a nice open sort of accompaniment feel to it.
Yeah.
Which doesn't get in the way of fiddle players and so on. So yeah.
Oh, they fully approve of
Yes.
Hurdy-inspired tuning.
And there's no musette tuning either. They're all drive tuning, so there's no, musettes.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
it gives
very
you a really unique
clean sound. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And so your duo, Belshazzar's Feast, have been touring just as we're kind of coming out of lockdown. How's that been?
It's been, very well received, first of all, not necessarily because of us, but because people can finally go out and see live music or entertainment. The theatres generally are very excited as well, because often it's their first night of reopening, and so there's a bit of trepidation as well on their part, because they're trying to remember how to work the amplification and things like that. So but I mean, the audience has been fantastic, so pleased to be out there. So but it's quite hard work, because you can only play to a smaller capacity due to social distancing. So very often we have to do 2 shows a night, and you can imagine what that's like.
Yeah, that's a totally different.
So it's quite hard, and with a gap in the middle, and just when you've got momentum, then you have to stop and wait for another hour or so, and then start again. But anyway, it's just been such a relief to be out there again and earning money.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's been a really hard year.
Yes, yeah.
So, and hopefully that's, well, we hoped it was moving out, didn't we? Because we've got a concert at Frome Festival on Friday.
Tomorrow,
thank
yes.
you. Yes, that's why I'm here.
Yes.
And that wasn't going to be distance, but now it is. But but it's life at the moment, isn't it? So
yes.
Okay, but before you were out touring, you've also, like me, started doing some quite different projects in lockdown.
I did.
Tell me about
Petrichor.
Petrichor, which is a lovely CD that is a collaboration.
It is a collaboration with musicians from around the world, which was easier than I thought to actually organise. First of all, most people were so bored. They wanted to be on it. And I've met musicians when I've been in Australia, and a great cellist by the name of Ali Sinclair. And I think how it all started is I sent her a track. We used to exchange tunes anyway, and so I sent her one of my tunes, and she came back with a version of it on cello and ukulele.
Great.
And it sounded so good. I thought, wow, I could do this with other people as well. And so what happened was I asked people to play on it, sent them, I recorded a guide track, sent them the dots, and then they recorded it in their own studios or nearby, and then sent the tracks back to the producer of the album, Ed Bursey. It's Silverfield. It's a free advert, Ed. And he
met Ed yesterday. He's wonderful.
Yes, he's great. And so he stitched the whole thing together in the studio near Shaftesbury, and so it was a feat really for him more than me. But it was such a surprise. I mean, I had a band called Vasen from Sweden, Nickel Harper.
We know them.
That's why I've fallen in love with Nickel Harper. And so I sent them a track, and I remember listening to it when I came back. I was on Salisbury Plain. It was very hot. And my phone buzzed, and there it was, the track they'd recorded. And I sat there on the plane and listened to it, and I was just blown away, because it wasn't how I'd imagined it, because I'd never really heard it on those sort of instruments, but it was just beautiful, really. And so as tracks came back, it's full of surprises for me.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I had to re-record what I did, because they'd had a different feel to it. And particularly the guitarist, Olive, I know not all have forgotten, but thank you. It's coming. It's the you know, there he is, Roger Tolwoff, and he would send back a track, and then I'd have to re-record it because he did something slightly different to me and interpreted it slightly differently. But
Yeah, he's a wonderfully rhythmic guitarist.
amazing,
Richard,
yeah,
isn't he? Love his playing.
amazing,
Mm.
yeah. So there we are. That's how it sort of materialised over a period of about 6 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. So we're going to be playing tracks. Tracks. We're going to be playing tunes from
And tracks.
Petrichor and another album of yours, Maniacs.
Yes. yes.
And you're about to hear us playing with bass clarinetist Karen Wimhurst and violist Seona Pritchard, who also arranged Promised Land, one of the tracks on the album, and we're going to be playing Seona's arrangement
Yeah.
of that for you in a moment. To give me a little bit of background to Promised Land.
Promised Land, Karen and I are in a duo called Pagoda Project, and we were booked for a festival in the Czech Republic. And because of Karen's green credentials, we had to go by train. So it took us like a day and a half to get
Wow.
there. And we played for 55 minutes and then stayed overnight and then got a train home. And as we reached Calais, I saw the fortifications, you know, which are designed to keep out the refugees from coming over to Britain, and I'd seen the Berlin Wall before it came down, and armed guards with dogs, and it reminded me of that, and I just thought it's really terrible situation. Really, they've marched from Syria in many cases all across Eastern Europe, so the tune was based on that kind of rhythm of people just
I
walking, stomping across Europe, so that's
Yeah.
how it came about.
And Britain is the promised land that people
Yes, that
may
was the promised
or may
land they were
not.
aiming for, and
Yeah.
many of them never made it, of course. Particularly the ones in the boats who died on the way. So, yeah, it was quite poignant, really. And the nice thing was there's an organisation called Hope and Aid Charity, and so they've used the track as well, which is really good because they're not government assisted; it's purely on donations, and they've done a lot, you know, to looking after the refugees who do make it here. So there we are.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me
Oh,
and
pleasure,
for
real pleasure.
playing together.
Yeah,
I'm
it's been
really
brilliant.
excited about this.
Yeah.
So come and meet Karen Wimhurst and Seona Pritchard and hear Promised Land.